Welcome back, people, to another episode of my Premiership Prediction series. With a little bit of Ultimate Team in the background, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a talk over and just go over the fixtures for this weekend. This is week 6 of the Premiership 2016-17 season. So the first game of this weekend is the 8 o'clock kickoff on Friday the 16th, which is Chelsea at home against Liverpool. Now, Chelsea haven't lost a game so far this season. They're 3 wins and 1 draw, whereas Liverpool have only won 2 games. They've drawn 1 game and lost a game. I honestly think, I think that Liverpool will win this game. They're on a little bit of a winning streak at the moment. Apart from the Burnley game, they haven't done too much wrong. And they've got a really good strike force when they show up. So, yeah, I reckon that Liverpool are going to win that game. A lot of people are probably going to argue otherwise. And, well, to be all truthful, Chelsea could easily win it. They are, in my eyes, the better team and the better squad. But I just feel that Liverpool may outplay them and maybe make it like a 2-1 game in my head. Or a 3-1 game and just, like, dominate Chelsea. So, yeah, I think Liverpool are going to get 3 points in that game, and it's going to be Chelsea's first loss. 5 games in, and it's going to be their first loss of the season. That is the Friday game at 8 o'clock. We're going to go into the Saturday fixtures now, where there are 5 games, and then I'll go into the Sunday games, where we've got 4 matches, and they're the final 4 matches this weekend. So, the first game on Saturday... well, actually, I think 4 out of the 5 are 3 PM kickoffs, and there's the Everton Middlesbrough, which is 5:30. Hull City at home against Arsenal. Now, after the Man United defeat, they went on to not lose the last game. Let's just say that they drew to Burnley. So they are still doing, actually, in my eyes, a very good job. And to be all truthful, they didn't really deserve to lose against Man United. I'm a Manchester United fan myself. But I don't think Hull City deserved to lose that game. A draw would have been probably happy between them. For me as a Man United fan, I'm grateful that we got the 3 points, but Hull definitely deserved at least a point in that game. Hull vs Arsenal, though, is a whole different story. Arsenal drew to PSG previously. They beat Southampton 2-1. Luckily, they beat Watford, which was the score I got right on the first week of this prediction series. It's quite a tough game because I think Hull are going to be very defensive in this game, but counter when they need to. I don't think Arsenal are doing pretty well. They're very hit and miss at the moment. Yes, they're doing good in the last couple of games. They didn't lose to PSG. They should have really have won that game. They're not the same team they've been in the last couple of seasons. I really want to be mean and go a 1-1 draw to Arsenal and make them lose 2 points. I think Hull deserve a point in this game if they show up. They've not done too bad this season so far, as I've said. It'd be pretty cool to see a 1-0 win for Hull, and let's say like Huddleston scores it, or a former Tottenham player. That would be awesome. They've got 4 of them at the moment: Huddleston, Livermore, Mason and Dawson, the former centre-back at Spurs. So yeah, they've got plenty of Spurs players, or former Spurs players, to score against Arsenal in that game. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Hull City win, which is what I want to see happen. Reality, Arsenal are probably going to win that game 3-0, like, just because that's who Arsenal are. They dominate slower teams. They're a bit of an older team themselves. Hull City haven't got the youngest of squads, so Arsenal might just over-dominate them in that game and make it a 3-0 game. At heart, 1-0 to Hull, with a former Spurs player scoring that goal. Leicester, Burnley, both teams not doing that well. This is another 3 PM kickoff game. Leicester did pretty well in the European level at the other day, winning that game 3-0, I believe. They're both near bottom of the table, mid-table at the bottom, 15th and 16th on the same points, 4 points each. I reckon that game will be a 2-1 win to Leicester. I think they're going to carry on their winning ways in that game. And to be all truthful, Vardy might score in that game. But yeah, I'm not going to say the goal scorers in that game. I'm not going to say the goal scorers in every single game, because that will make the video a lot longer than you guys will want to see. especially watching FIFA 16 content now that the demo's out for FIFA 17. Manchester City, they're the kings at the top at the moment. They're not doing that bad, are they? I mean, like, they are top of the table, 4 wins in 4 with a goal difference of 7. That's really good for 4 games in. They're going to be playing this weekend Bournemouth, a team that haven't been doing too bad this season. I'd like to see them do a little bit better. They did lose out on Matt Ritchie going to Newcastle in the summer. They're 14th in the Premiership at the moment against the top of the Premiership. Man City should really walk over this team. And again, it'll probably be a, I want to say 3-1 score. Man City will dominate in that game. I don't think we've got Aguero still. I think he's still out with the 3-match suspension. And I think Callum Wilson will score against City. I'd like to see him score against a big team. So yeah, 3-1 to City. West Brom versus West Ham. West Ham got smashed by Watford in their last Premiership game. 4-2 against Watford, and they should have really won that game. Although saying that, I reckon they will win this game. They're both teams that are on a little bit of a down at the moment. One of these teams need to win this game. It might end off as a 1-1 draw. To be all truthful, it will probably end in a 1-1 draw because they're both in a negative mood. But I want to say that Mark Noble scores the winner goal. He doesn't score many goals, but when he does, they're vital goals in my eyes. Captain at West Ham, a great player. Why has he not got an England call up? No one knows. So yeah, let's call it a West Ham win with Noble for winner. Everton Middlesbrough, final game on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Everton have been outstanding this season. Like they look like a whole new team. Middlesbrough pretty much are a brand new team. They've signed like 16 players in the summer transfer. I did also do a video in a transfer talk video earlier in the season about Middlesbrough. 3rd and 9th in the league. That's 10 points for Everton and 5 points for Middlesbrough. Only 1 loss between them in the 4 games each that they've played, and that was a Middlesbrough loss. I reckon Everton should really beat this game. They're doing a lot better this year than they have done in the previous years. Coleman has definitely brought them up a level or 2 in the league. Will they score? Will they concede? That's another question. I don't think, is it Negredo that's there? I don't think he's going to be the guy that scores 20 goals a season for Middlesbrough. He will definitely score a lot of the goals for the club. I'm going to turn around and say in the Everton game it's going to be a 2-1 win to Everton, or a 2-0. I'm going to change that, 2-0 win to Everton. Everton are going to win that game 2-0. So we're going to go into the Sunday matches. There's 4 of these games. Just before the end of this video, I'm going to quickly go through these ones. We've got Watford versus Manchester United. Watford beating West Ham, as I stated earlier, 4-2. They're on a little bit of a high from that result. Man United, a little bit on a low after losing against a rival team. You know, one of the biggest rivals there are. Manchester United versus Man City. They lost that game. Will they come back and fight and win this game? I reckon they will. I'm going to call this game, I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-0. I've said 3-0 too many times in this video. I'm going to say 2-0. Ibra might score in this game. If Rashford starts, then I'm hoping he will score in that game as well. Can't see Watford scoring against United. That's what I'm going to say. 2-0 for Man United. Palace vs Stoke at a strange kickoff time of 2:15. So is Southampton vs Swansea. Palace vs Stoke, I reckon it's going to be a 2-1 win to Palace. I don't think Stoke are going to do that well this season. I said at the beginning of the season they would. Watching them now, they aren't doing as well as I actually thought they were, and the team's just not gelling. Southampton Swansea, that's going to be a 1-1 draw. Both teams just not doing it for me this season. And the final game of this weekend is Tottenham vs Sunderland, a team that's not doing too bad. They lost to Monaco in the European League against Sunderland, a team at the bottom that just can't seem to get a win. Will they get their first win of the season? I don't think so, and I think it's going to finish 2-0 to Spurs. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this Premier League prediction series, then hit that like button and leave some feedback in the comment section below.